Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm yours truly, the one and only Coin Baron. So let's strap in for a new weekly close, as we just had an actually quite bullish week. But let's start with a bit of story time here. And if you're new to the channel, you might not have heard this story before, but I actually gambled between the bros. I'm going to get married next year, and you need a lot of money to get like things done. Get the location, get the cake, of course. And I said to my wife-to-be, we can actually park that money now in Cronos. And when we get married next year, we should be fine. We should be fine. The wife, though, the wife-to-be, is like, she's getting those notifications on the app. Like, hey, Bitcoin is going up and up and up, and Cronos is not doing anything. So sometimes I get questions like, hey, babe, is it still going into the right direction, right? Is it still going into the right direction? And I'm sometimes, you know, I'm pretty confident because I have my thesis, right? I've done my research. That's why I think I have chosen the right path, chosen the right backs as well. But still, it can be quite scary sometimes if you see, for example, Bitcoin, CRO Bitcoin. Let me quickly go to the CRO Bitcoin pair, and you can also see what I'm talking about. Let me see what we're talking about. So you can see CRO Bitcoin just keeps dumping and dumping and dumping and dumping. So that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. But then also, guys, today I was watching a bit of Formula One. And then you saw the big name on the screen, Crypto.com. And then I remembered again also, wait a minute, Crypto.com is also the sponsor of the FIFA World Cup, UEFA Champions League, UFC. I mean, guys, they are huge. They are huge. So investing in a token very much related to that company, I mean, I think it's going to be a great success in the end. Like, from a fundamental point of view, I think the stakes are heading in the right direction. Anyways, that is my thesis here. It can be scary though, guys. It can be scary sometimes. But I don't think this is the time to get scared. This is definitely not the time to get scared. Definitely not the time to get scared. Anyways, guys, welcome. It's a Sunday. It is... we have... how do you call it in English? Tomorrow we have Liberation Day. Liberation Day in the Netherlands for World War II. But today we remember. So it's also a national holiday. Anyways. So welcome, Random Token. I see Random Token is today strapping in as well with his own pair of suspenders. Good to see, man. I see John. I see Marty. When will I be out of the red? What did you invest in, XGen? More CRO? I mean, guys, it's all relative, right? It's all relative. Got a few friends that also went into CRO because I'm big into CRO. So, well, yeah, let's also get some CRO. But he bought. He was very unfortunate. He bought at about 20 cents. He bought in at the Trump bump back in November. About here. Many people bought into here, right? So now they're down 50%. Now they're down 50%. But typically, guys, that is retail. Retail's buying in here. And I hope, XGen, if you want to be out of the red, you also buy in here. You buy into the green zone. So if you take a look at the rainbow chart, this is where you buy. Below 10 cents, below 20 cents maybe, or below 17 cents. So it's still looking good. Around 12-ish, 12 cents, okay, makes sense. But your biggest bag of CRO was about 18 cents. That's unfortunate, but even though that's still not the end of the world, right? I also bought a lot at about 18 cents, XGen, so we made the same mistakes. But let's talk about this quickly as well. But if you take a look at, we made a video talking about the 4-wave cycle. A video about the 4-wave cycle. And my thesis was, so there's one cycle, second cycle. I was thinking 1, 2, like big one, about 40 cents. I never imagined that we would go back after this pump here in November. That's the honest truth. I made a mistake there. But that doesn't mean, of course, that we cannot continue with a very similar pump, you know. Things can still be very good. Johnny Sevenfold, I'm out of dry powder. Oy, oy, oy. That is painful. Ay, ay, ay. Get to work, man. Earn some fiat. And get some more dry powder. And then strap in. Sanjay as well, welcome. See Björn. Strapping in for Björn as well. Ow. That is pain. Suspenders can be painful. Marty, what's up, dude? It is dumping now because Lion is a new alpha on crypto.com. CRO is a meme at this point. Lion, I think Lion today also had quite a bit of a decline. Let me check if I can find Lion. S&P, by the way, had a good week last week. Had a good week. Let me find Lion. So Lion did great after the World Cup or Guinness World Record attempt. And he broke the world record as well. Okay, it's still relatively seen, Lion is holding up quite well. But this is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie here. So what we see now is a double top. Bit of a double top here. So potentially that could be like the worst case scenario. But potentially we get like a bit of a return to lower levels. It's the worst case scenario though. I don't think it's time for worst case scenario, so. Well, Netherlands having party all the time. Didn't you just have a party on the 27th? Actually on the 26th this year. I mean, it's Easter, and we got King's Day, we do have Liberation Day. It's a celebration month, kind of. And then we have nothing until Christmas. Ultra Justin started buying CRO in September, but I've been able to DCA down to 10 cents. That's I think the best approach here. If you have the same, we started off this video, guys, by talking about the fundamental use case for CRO. If you still believe in that fundamental use case, I think you're fine. You should be fine. What I hate to see though is that we have this. We talked about this, I think, on Thursday as well. But you see, what we did is we went out of this pattern. We had I thought fake out here. So we went back into the structure, and now because Bitcoin is again out of it, we might have a double fake out. That doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. Because my base case again, guys, and I've been talking about this last week as well. We talked about this on Thursday. The most likely outcome for this breakout here for Bitcoin is a retest. That's also what traders do. I mentioned that. Traders wait for the retest of the breakout point and then they go in. So it is today Sunday. It's a Sunday. Not much trading volume. I think honestly, if we hold on to about this level, maybe a bit below it even, and Monday, like the Asian markets open up, people in Japan wake up, or in Australia, they might see this as an ultra bullish opportunity to go at least attempt 10,000 or 100,000 for Bitcoin. So I'm actually very bullish that we made this retest attempt here at the breakout point. So from Bitcoin, I'm expecting good things. That's also why I did mention it. Like a worst case scenario will be going down for Lion. There's also, the opportunity here that this is just a temporary wick down. It's a weekend wick, so that we maybe continue this upward trend as well. Both opportunities are definitely possible. By the way, also talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is also just rising and rising and rising. It's a bit of a meme by now, but it's working out. I'm waiting for 66% now at this point. 66%. That does mean we have to pump, what is it? About 1 or 2%. That's nothing. That's nothing for Bitcoin. So my base case now is, guys, is that Bitcoin is going to make another attempt at breaking 100k very soon. Altcoins, while they will rally, like always, if Bitcoin goes up, altcoins will follow. I think the rally that for altcoins will be relatively small compared to Bitcoin. It will be relatively small to Bitcoin. So let's say that we have one final takeoff here, as that Bitcoin is also taking off here. And I think once Bitcoin approaches 100K again, then we also might see other tokens like CRO recover a bit more. That's my base case at this point. It's my base case, but let's see. I'm not the Oracle of Omaha. Talking, by the way, about Warren Buffett. If you guys haven't heard the news yet, Warren Buffett, one of the most legendary investors ever. And he's legendary because he gives very simple advice. He says, well, boy stuff with things you understand. So he understands Coca-Cola. So he bought a lot of shares of Coca-Cola. Very simple. He also said, well, I forgot it. Oh man, he has so many good quotes. I should have come prepared here. But Warren Buffett, unfortunately, is 94 years old. 94. Was officially still at the head of Berkshire Hathaway, his investment company. By the way, Berkshire Hathaway is one of the largest investment companies in the world. I think it's the largest. And he's stepping down. He's stepping down. He prepared like a guy to follow him up already for years. So the company will do fine. And I think also Warren Buffett will sometimes still step in. But it's time for a new generation. It is time for a new generation. And that's also, I think, why I do see a great future ahead for crypto. Because if you guys don't know, people like Warren Buffett, they are from the gold generation. I call that the gold generation. Also he, and I think I lost the name, Charlie something. They were not very positive about Bitcoin. But if you take a look at the new generation, people that work now at, for example, BlackRock, they are a lot more open to the idea of digital assets. So I'm looking forward, guys, to a new generation of investors with people that are a bit more progressive. That's also why I think that within a few years, so I'm not talking about this cycle, I think that's very unlikely, but in about, let's say in about 10 years, we might be talking about a $1 million Bitcoin. $1 million Bitcoin. That's kind of what I'm expecting in the upcoming years, but it will take some time. Will take some time, probably about here somewhere. They're talking about $1 million per Bitcoin, and there will also be times, guys, that we're going to go down again and get a bit more up and down, and it's going to be a very bumpy ride. It's going to be a very, very, very bumpy ride. Hats off though to Warren Buffett for holding on so long. 94 years old. I hope, guys, I honestly have the same energy as he has at his age. I just started buying not in September, but in December. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So December, guys, we just came off the huge pump here. Huge pump to about 20 cents. And we started a decline as also Bitcoin started a decline to, what is it? I need to zoom in again. Yeah, Bitcoin went down quite a bit. It's hard to really see, but let me zoom in a bit more. So here you can see a bit better what it did. So it went to 109K all the way down to, what is it? About 73. Or 70, yeah, about 70, 75K, give or take. Minus 30%. I honestly love it, by the way. I love it that we went down about 30%. Typical retracement for a bull market. A really typical retracement for a bull market. I think here you have the best examples. 2017, guys. I would say if you want to compare anything, if you want to use historic data, use the 2017 cycle. Use the 2017 cycle. 33% here. Went down 33%. Here we went down about 32%. Here, there was actually a really quick one, bit of a hammer candle. We went down about 40%. And still the candle was green here. So crazy time in 2017. Crazy growth as well in 2017. Let me ask a question quickly to you guys. If you were active in 2017, let me create a poll. I joined in 2017 or 2016 and don't remember exactly. I should look actually for my first transaction. No, not a Q&A. Numlock, welcome. Exchange Motors, welcome. LBR, never heard of it. Alright. I asked the question, guys, in the poll now. I was active in the 2017 bull run. Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know. I think the majority will not have been active that back then. If I can make a prediction, I think 20% active and 80% not. And that's all fine. I think there's no shame in joining late, or joining a bit later. Sometimes also, we can't really predict what a certain thing is going to do, right? Back in 2017, I thought Bitcoin, I saw the potential, but I was also a bit scared. I was also a bit skeptical. Now, it is different. It is very much different. We have countries stacking coins, countries stacking sats. How crazy is it? Like from a fundamental point of view, it's better than ever. And the price is also at a very high point. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, it should be higher. Marty's right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to strap in and smash the like button, please. Oh, Johnny, I wish CRO went back to 5 cents. Me too, dude. Oh, well, yeah, actually, at this point, I would prefer it to just, follow along with the rainbow chart. Maybe bounce a few times, but I do hope we do follow this rainbow chart very nicely. Then I do have a tool that I can use. So I don't think, guys, will drop below 8 cents anymore. That's my base takeaway here. Also, if you take a look here, the RSI, bullish cross here. Beautiful. I love it. Like and share. Yes, please, Senja. Oh, thank God, I sold some CRO to buy line. You bought the pop, man. Congratulations. Is that your car, by the way? I see a beautiful Audi R8 here. Beautiful. Darren, welcome. Strap in, my dude. Strap in for you. Let's go. Solid Snake, welcome. Always here on a Sunday. Yeah. Last week was a bit of an experimental live stream, but we were there. I'm really glad, though, to see some more charts again. I love the charts. Charts, guys, are a tool. Don't get me wrong. Charts are a tool. So you can also misuse them. Like you can also have a map and still lose the way if you don't use the charts well. So use it wisely. Ooh, what's your this time bull market prediction for CRO? Welcome, Jewel. Welcome, Strap in. Like time-wise? Are you talking time-wise? I'm still thinking that we're somewhat going to follow the 4-year cycle. So if you take a look at what Bitcoin did, let's go back to Bitcoin, right? I think Bitcoin is a good example. The 2017 cycle topped out in December. 2021 cycle topped out in November. So what if you say October, November? Something in those ranges. Maybe even a bit early. So this is... many people might not expect this, but let's say we actually... You know what? We already had an early move before the halving already. So before March 2024, we had a beautiful uptrend. So let's say actually, guys, let's say, well, we assume now that we're going to start a new uptrend like today or tomorrow, next week. It is also very well possible that we have an early bull cycle. And many people are not saying this, but we could have like an September, October bull market as well, a bull market top. That's also why I do say strap in. Just don't get, don't get confused. Things can happen so quickly. So if we just get enough momentum now, just after the summer or just in the summer, it can happen very quickly. First time top in December, second time top in November, third time top in October. Why not? Stacy, welcome as well. Welcome back. After my holiday, I will be buying big, so don't wait. I wanted to pump, but at the same time, I do want my portfolio to go up. Yeah, I get that same feeling here. I love it when the price goes up, and I also hate it when I'm buying CRO, because I honestly see when I buy more CRO, I have a monthly DCA, so I buy exactly with, I think, $500 every month. $500. So then 1,000, I don't know anymore. So then you buy with that amount and you see the amount of CRO you get becomes less and less and less. But now it's becoming more and more and more. So double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. Ah, we got one more holiday coming for the Netherlands as well. We got Ascension Day. True. True. True that. True that, guys. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat self-employed, so I don't get these days off anymore. Tomorrow is also basically an off day for many people in the Netherlands. By the way, we draw this 4-hour candle chart here a while back, but I like this chart more. I like this chart more because it does include a bigger timeline. And I go to the daily, then I think you can see what I mean here. If you go to the daily chart, you can see this symmetrical triangle now, and it keeps bouncing within these ranges. It keeps bouncing within these ranges. So worst case, guys, we might go retest this trend line here. That's about 8.5 cents. I mean, would that surprise me? Not that much. But I still believe a break to the upside is more likely, because also we had a bullish cross on the weekly RSI. CDB got into crypto back in 2020. That's a beautiful cycle as well. Right in time during COVID. Not much to do except for watching charts all day long. Yeah, how's the poll doing? Okay, 30% says, well, I was active in 2017. 70% said I was not active. That's also, guys, I was active back in 2017, but like I mentioned, I saw the potential, but also was skeptic. So I was active, I was watching the charts, but I was not, putting as much money at risk as now. Hey, PJ, welcome, and hey, buddy, welcome. Off to London tomorrow. Some more planes, I love it. Crypto Runner, welcome as well. XGen's first cycle. Like I mentioned before, you're never too late. And I think you're actually quite early now. You've seen the potential of what it can do to change lives. I think Lion is a good example as well, guys. Lion is a good example of how it can change lives very quickly. This was a what was it, about a 1000x 1000x. Beautiful. And I made videos about this, guys, so if you missed it, well, I told you so. I got in myself quite early, so I was lucky, but I bought in about here, so I got lucky a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it to go this high, but I told you so. That's also what I will do probably, guys. I hope you don't mind, but you can already see I have this, you see the sponsor here, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. It will be a new video next week, but there will be more opportunities coming on the way. There will be projects launching in the heat of the bull market, and people will jump on it left and right. And while Cronos will always be my main bag, it will always be my main bag. Well, at least this cycle. Let's be fair. I might go a bit more into Bitcoin in the future to play it a bit more safe. But currently, CRO is my big bag. But what I maybe want to do in the heat of the bull market is also dip my toes into different platforms, different tokens. And Nova Fox, that's a logo you might recognize in the top right. They will be launching different tokens as well. So I'm looking forward maybe to some more opportunity in a different category. A bit more risk, but maybe a bigger return as well. Libra Finance, I never heard of it. Darren joined in 2022. Honestly, Darren, I don't know when in 2022, but if you, let's say 2022 is quite a broad thing, but we had a top in 2022. So this was the beginning of 2022 right here. But then also we had a crazy opportunity here. So if you joined here for crypto, well, I feel bad for you. But if you joined here, I think you made a beautiful buy. Honestly, Darren, though, if you survived so far, if you're still here and you joined in 2022, I wouldn't call you a newbie anymore. I wouldn't call you a newbie anymore. You survived quite a lot of intense drops and intense pumps, so you could have just sold as well. But you're still sticking in, hoping for more, and I get it. Makes total sense. Numluck, I was there in 2017, but never took profit. Lucky for me though, it was only with very little money. Get the feeling there, man. I got the feeling. But 2017, that was really also still a cowboy market. You had, I think you had Binance, and you had a few, you got Kraken as well, but no crypto credit cards. We got no crypto.com credit cards like that. Numlock skipped 2021. You got burned out? Why are you back, Numlock? Honest question. What made it interesting to come back? For me, Ethereum was always the big thing. I still, guys, I will say Ethereum has been my first love, and I will always have a special place in my heart for Ethereum. Ethereum, by the way, is holding on. It's doing very steady nothing currently, but it's a matter of time though. It's a matter of time before we see the ETH tsunami. I'm in CRO and supercharging Lion now. I bought Lion after you mentioned a mobile app coming out, and that's absolutely huge. What's strange though is that Lion pays more than Cronos supercharger. Yeah, that's due to the fact, Mr. Darren, so the price pool is basically fixed. It's fixed. They say we're going to hand out this much dollars, like dollar value, to people charging Crow and this much to people charging Lion. And apparently less people are charging Lion. So I'm very happy. I'm also charging Lion now. I'm charging Lion as well. Anyways, welcome, Pete. Bit late. Listening to CB at 2x speed. 2x speed. I wouldn't be able to listen to me at 2x speed. I already speak quite quickly. Anyways, guys, what's up? Don't forget to hit the like button, strap in. Ooh, Mr. Coinbearer, what do you think of the land sale and the price now? One sold for $2,000. Let me check. I never really understood why numbers sell that quickly. So for anyone wondering, let me quickly go to the site, crypto.com/NFT. /NFT, there we go. Or is it? Where is it? Hello? There we go. So for anyone wondering what Mr. XRP Bully is talking about, it is this, the Crypto.com land fractured fate. And this land is all related to the main city game. It is main city the game. And this you can play as an idle tycoon. So you basically have these buildings here. You can click on them, you can level them up, and in the end you can upgrade them as well. So you can actually generate more tokens, more gold. And the more gold you have, and the more buildings you have, the more you can also exchange to CRO. So it's a bit of a play to earn game. That's the whole thing. And the lands, these lands, and they're still, by the way, unrevealed, they generate more diamonds. And the more diamonds, the more businesses, the more businesses, the more money, the more crow you can make. So it's in theory, the more lands you have and the better lands you have, the more money you can make as well. By the way, I do love these cinematics here, or the animation. Somebody sold though for $2,000. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. So for people wondering, all these lands, the land deeds, they have a number. And strangely enough, in the NFT space, the lower the number, the better the value is typically. So I don't know, they might know something we don't. They might know something we don't. $2,000, that was crazy. BTC CRO all-time high at a Bitcoin price would put CRO at about $2.50. Ooh. If Bitcoin goes though to 150k. That would be so bullish. 250. In that case, Mr. Private, I think we might see CRO go to $2.71. It's a small stretch, right? To go to $2.71. Pete has been in the space since 2020, into CRO since 2021. Yeah, so oh, actually, more people are active than I thought. So 32 votes so far. 32 votes, you can see here. And about 66% wasn't active and 34% was active. Pete, though, has a beautiful cost basis. Beautiful. 7 cents. That's, I think, very low. I'm I'm about break even now myself. So I'm jealous, Mr. Pete. I'm very jealous. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I bought a big chunk about here as well. So I don't know exactly where, but at these ranges. We can't really, you know, it's all about, I think, in the end, the end goal. We can't really predict the timeline. So I'm also just a mere human. Anyways, dropping in here for Crypto Runner and nobody as well. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, if you're new, don't forget to strap in. Hit the like button. I don't know Mr. Exchange Motors. I don't know Libra Finance. We do have a cell phone operator here. Same name. The problem, though, that nobody is mentioning here, you know, we can talk about the all-time high of CRO and also the all-time high of other tokens, but yeah, nobody's right. There will be more tokens. There will be more tokens. Well, yeah, somewhat. Yeah, if I'm very honest, if you go back all the way, if you go back all the way, Mr. Nobody. No, you're right. The all-time high was with less tokens, but I think it wouldn't have changed much, because here in this the first wave, I will call it, here we still had 100 million tokens. Oh, I can't write. I think, I'm not entirely sure when we did the burn. I think that this might have been the burn or this one. I'm not entirely sure anymore. So here you might have seen the burn announcement, or here. I think it was this one. I think it was the 2021 burn that brought us up. In all honesty, we had 100 billion coins for a longer time that we didn't have 100 billion coins. That's also, guys, I hate it. I hate the way how they communicated, how they voted the 70 billion tokens. But I told you many times, I bought in knowing I bought CRO in 2019, just after the MCO swap. I bought into CRO knowing there will be 100 billion tokens. So for me, it's less of a deal, but I get it. If you bought afterwards, you kind of feel betrayed. Are you a crypto millionaire? Yeah, I do have 1 million lion tokens. Is that the question? So yeah, you could say I do have. I'm a crypto millionaire. John, welcome. Hi all, welcome, welcome. Strap in. What about CRO with knife? I don't know. I don't know. I did an interview with CRO with knife a long time ago. In November 2024. Feels like a long time ago. But yeah, I don't know, leadership. It's again, a meme coin shouldn't be relying on leadership, but it's a mess. It's It's been a mess. But maybe you can convince me. The CRO staking rewards keep dropping. What does it mean for you? That means, and I think it's a bullish indicator if that's the case, John, that more people are staking their CRO. And the more people are staking their CRO, the less sell pressure there can be. Because it's like always, guys, this is the basket of CRO staking rewards. And the more people that want to get a piece of that basket, the less everyone gets. That's basically how it works. That's how it works. Yeah, I think like Pete says here, Crypto Runner, that John's talking about is taking rewards on the DeFi side. And also in the if you're staking for the cards, sometimes they are also dependent on the actual staking rate, depending on the country where you live. Oh, in 2017 I lost it all. I think honestly, Mr. Conundrum, that was the best lesson ever. Learn to lose early. Learn to lose early on and you should be fine. 34% says, well, I was active. 44 votes. Loving to buy tops, you know. Yeah, I get it, man. I love it as well. I mean, it seems so easy, right? It seems so easy. You buy here, you bought at about 16 cents. And you might feel very, very bad. You might feel very bad because we dropped more. We dropped from 16 cents, we dropped all the way back to 6 cents. 66% down. But if you then zoom out, you wait 1.5 years. At that exact buying point, you went up 400%. So should you feel bad? Well, in my opinion, definitely not. Definitely not. Ay. I'm just looking forward, guys, to touching the red zone. It's that's what I would say. CRO is coming home. CRO is coming home when we reach the red zone. Staking rewards for CRO CDC app is about 5.33%, and in DeFi it's around 7%. Okay, that's getting bad in the Crypto.com app. Very interesting though, because not that long ago we were talking about indeed like 7% or even 8%. If you use the CRO earn 1 year lockup, then you still get 15%. For anyone wondering, by the way, if you want to use a more flexible approach, you can also lock up your CRO in the exchange. So the Crypto.com exchange is now available everywhere. And if you lock it up in the exchange, and I have a link in the description probably down below. If you lock it up there, you also get, I think, up to like 10% or 8.5%. And you get discount on trading within the exchange. So honestly, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Haven, welcome. Welcome. Whoa. So we're dropping quick. So Pete just actually got some numbers here. On the 2nd of March, we were at 7.5%. 2nd of April, 7.15%. And 2nd of May, 6.88%. We're dropping out 0.3 every month. That's crazy. Honestly, that is crazy. Does it what? I think it might be. This might be due to the fact if I think anything, it's that Crypto.com, if you start the stake, if you start the earn, the 15% earn for 1 year, I think Crypto.com will lock up that amount on chain. But that's my my thesis. I'm not entirely sure. Pete keeps tab of the DeFi staking rewards rate so I can observe the trend and also what rate my rewards are calculated at. It's good that you do. I don't bother too much with the rewards, but I think good to keep tabs at least. Because I think the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. And the more you see unstaking, you might start to wonder. You might start to wonder what's going on. So we're talking about why Numlock was inactive in 2020 and 2021, because he joined. He was one of the people that said, well, I joined back in 2017. Back in 2017. But in 2020, he bought a house, so no money to spend. Then in 2022, I started again because I had some money and was learning about personal finance. That is so important because we talked about this, I think, last week with Pete as well, but guys, there's too little education, too little personal finance education. So it's very good that you did that, Mr. Numlock. Will we see supply shock in the future? That's a good question, John. What do you think? I think it's somewhat unlikely. Let me check because I want to show you. I want to show you guys the Minscan account. Minscan, let's go. Minscan. Doesn't work. Yeah. Minscan. Ah, there we go. So this is the strategic reserve wallet. Don't send funds to this reserve wallet. But you can see there are 70 billion in this account. 70 billion. And 1.6 ready to enter the market in theory. So to answer the question of John, will you see supply shock? Potentially. But it can also be that CRO is going to get diluted a bit more with this 1.16 bill. And soon, in about 10 days, 13 days, we'll have the second unlock. So let's see. I think though, what we don't have to forget, guys, is that we will have the ETFs. They might eat up all the additional supply. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And also, we do have this here. And this is, guys, the Cronos roadmap. And this does mention Q2, Q3, Q4, I mean. New token burn. This can also cause a supply shock. And also, and one more thing. The cards. Credit cards are coming, guys. Credit cards coming very quickly. And the more people that want to get a credit card, because they honestly have quite good rates. We're talking about 1.35% for the free card. So the free card might not be that interesting to lock up CRO. But if you lock up, I think for $500, you get the Ruby, you get 2%. Very juicy rewards. Johnny been here since 2017. Oh, I bought CRO at the top. Ooh. Happens, man. It happens. I honestly salute you, dude. Still here. Making the best out of it, because that's what you do, right? As long as you don't sell, you're not at a loss. Or maybe I don't know where you live. In some countries, due to how they work with capital gains taxes, it can be interesting to sell at a loss. It can be. Just keep DCAing, Johnny. One day, CRO will be back at 96 cents. Or above it, I hope. John is right here. And the other John. I think so too. DeFi rewards are not attractive anymore, in my opinion. It's getting less and less and less. And also, especially if you think about the hassle. The hassle as in you have to stake it and you're not really flexible. I am, though, a big fan of ZK CRO. ZK CRO has staked CRO inside CRO. That's a good option. L CRO is also called ZK CRO or L CRO. Pete is also a crypto millionaire because he has millions and millions and millions of long. Guys, don't go buy long. Luna Classic. Hey, Cynical, welcome. Strap in. So, Cynical got in at the ship frenzy. Didn't take any profit, but learned a lot about the crypto game. That is also, again, a very, very good lesson. And I want to say this, guys, and this is also, I think, underrated, but do you know that the Crypto.com has, I think, 10 or 20% of the total Shiba Inu supply. It is absolutely crazy, but the customers at crypto.com, they are some more retail. And if I don't know how Shiba Inu is doing, but let's say Shiba Inu returns to its former golden glory days, and I think it has the potential. Let's say it's a bit of a Dogecoin-like ship. Let me go to ship. Oh boy, this is not the same one. Ship. Yeah, here you can see. Okay, it's that much. It's that much. Bit like CRO. But let's say it goes up from this point onwards, and we don't know, of course. But let's say it goes up about 400%. That's not doesn't sound that crazy. Let's say it goes up 500% even to the former all-time high. The people on crypto.com will probably start to sell a bit of SHIB, and they might have money to invest into other coins on the crypto.com platform, because that's what you do. You make profit, you go into the new coin to make more profit as well. And that's how you can become a millionaire this cycle, guys. That's why you need to strap in. That is why you need to strap in. This is somewhat scary though, that you have this. You can kind of see, this is the wrong one. You can kind of see that we're somewhat starting a downtrend pattern here. So it does need to break it very soon. It does need to break it very soon. So let's say Shiba Inu, it fizzles along and also starts pumping, then it needs to at least break this level here. That's going to be very important. Pete bought after the crash. Well played, well played. Well played, guys. Well played. Yeah, again, if anyone that missed the beginning, I do believe this is actually the perfect setup. It cannot get any better than this. We retest the breakout point for Bitcoin, retest the breakout point, and then we return to retest 100k very soon. I think even like the timeline I draw here, I think it's more going to be like this. Tomorrow, Asia wakes up. Asia wakes up. It is the weekly close, guys. Not much trading in the weekend. Not much, I tell you. And I think we're going to have a retest at 100k very soon. And we know from history, we know from this cycle already that 100k, even though it's psychologically a very good level, very interesting level, we had zero struggles, or well, we had a bit of struggles to break above it. We had one attempt at 100k on the 22nd of November. And on the 5th, 1 week later, we broke 100k. So it's not like it is that much of resistance. It's a little bit of resistance. So we might not have it in one attempt. We might need two, might even need three. How high can XRP go? $4, $5? I think that's more. That's very likely. I believe, Mr. Godfather, that if Bitcoin can do a 2x, or well, from this point onward, we might not see a 2x for Bitcoin anymore, but for XRP, a 2x is not that crazy, especially because it already went to $3. So we might see. Mr. Crypto Barber, welcome. Welcome, welcome. What might also help is to maximize your free CRO where you can. If you have a debit card, then try to push as much spending as you can through there, plus staking well. But yeah, definitely. I unfortunately I cannot use my debit card for everything, because for some reason, guys, in some parts of Europe we can only use ideal, and also if you have like utilities. Can you guys let me know? Can you guys use your credit card or debit card for utilities, like electric, gas? That's what I missed. That's what I do miss here. Also, if you want to do your cable TV or internet, cannot pay with a debit card. Unfortunately, it's not supported. The 10,000 CRO lockup on the CDC exchange is 180 day. So 180 day lockup, so half a year. at 2% earn. Yeah, I think if you go 1 tier or 2 tiers higher, I think 100,000 CRO, you can earn about 4%. And I think 500,000 or 200,000, you go to 8% or more. It's not too bad. They renewed it quite recently. Oh, yeah, CRO, it's slow. I agree, guys. It's slow, though. It's all about Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is stealing the spotlight. Here. It's how it's supposed to be, I guess. It's how a cycle works. How will the Fed meeting next week affect the market? Because they won't be cutting rates by the looks of it. I believe, XGen, that it's all already priced in at this point. It's 3 or 4 more days before the Fed meeting, and they know it's not going to change. And if so, maybe, like, let's say XGen is they're going to get a rate cut. Maybe Trump has some influence. Maybe they will have a surprise rate cut. That will be extremely bullish. That might be a catalyst to go to a new all-time high, because we priced in no rate cut. So everything that's better than no rate cut. So even the least bullish, it's not about the rate cut in the end, guys. It's about the words Jerome Powell speaks afterwards. It's like, yeah, we're seeing the environment change, and yeah, we're being cautious. The more he says things like we're being cautious, the more scared investors are. But the more he says, well, we're seeing change in inflation, we're seeing inflation go down, and we still see a very strong job market, or we see a weakening job market. If he's saying those two things, then people start to think, well, change might be coming soon. So it's all about what is going to be told in that meeting afterwards, or in the publication. I can tell you the staking rewards rate for any date from 2022 onwards. What you can... Whoa. Do you just, write them down, Pete? I think that might be a tool online as well. I'm not entirely sure. It's actually quite clever to, like, put it in an Excel or something. Have you touched Capybara? I haven't. Unfortunately, Darren. I don't like... I think the Telegram game thing, that was a short-lived hype. So I didn't buy into it myself. People made some crazy profit, though. Okay, so the 50k CRO lockup, that's 4%. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, if you want to trade, Johnny, it might not be a bad idea, but of course, no financial advice. Mr. Barbados says here, only lock up CRO on DeFi, so you still pull it out when you want, but you do have the 28-day period to unlock. Yeah, that's what I don't like. I love the beard, by the way. Good beard, Mr. Barber. The 28-day lockup is, I think, the worst. Because let me go back to the rainbow chart. Let's say you think you want to, you see CRO at 44 cents, and you think, let's unlock it now. Then you start with a 4 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you miss the pump. You're still up about 24%, but you missed the $1 pump. That's why I'm not locking up too much anymore. From this point onward, guys, I'm going flexible only. So flexible earn, flexible supercharger, and also flexible card stake and flexible. So I already waited my 180 days. My 180-day lockup is over. So from this point onward, I do not have any... I can put it out any moment now. Same for the arena. It can be worth it, though. It can be worth it. So... do I say no, don't stake it at all? Hardcore. The CDC DeFi app is always changing its interface. It's annoying. True that. I made a tutorial video, and like 1 week later, it completely changed. I think it looks good now though. It feels quicker as well. It feels more fluent, so I'm happy they did it. Looks I was, by the way, I saw they changed the interface in the crypto.com app as well for the card. And I was looking, I use the Excel, I use the CSV file export a lot for the crypto card. And I couldn't find it. It's all hidden behind a menu and then another menu, and then you find it. It's not really intuitive. Do you guys use the CSV export? Let me know. Let me know. 24% says I was active in 2017. 60% says no, I wasn't. Peter's saying, I do think the extra supply is fine as long as there's enough demand to soak up these new tokens. If it's all being bought to stake on-chain for the higher cards or locked into ETFs, that might actually soak up all the new demand and all the new supply, indeed. Ah, you use the export for the tax forms. Okay, interesting. Didn't even know that. Yeah, we don't have the tax form here. Clever. Action is saying about 7% for the stake in February. I know way too many people with about 10k bags in Doge because they are waiting for the $1 Doge, like I am waiting for $1 Crow. Welcome, Mr. Teal, Pink Teal. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to $1. Just think about the fact that Doge, the Doge department, is still a thing. Doge will always have some kind of appeal. It's been around for a long time. It's the OG meme, isn't it? It got so close. Wait a minute, what's this? You guys didn't see it, unfortunately, but there was a little Doge dancing on the screen here. Got so close. Got so close here. 74 cents. And even this was quite powerful. It went all the way to 40 cents here. I think Doge can do it. I think Doge can go to $1. I think he can do that. Still though, guys, Doge is currently trading about 17 cents. CRO at about half. You can buy 2 Crow with 1 Doge currently. And I think both can go to $1. But the best opportunity is at CRO. Because, of course, the potential gain is a lot higher. Also, it's hard to compare, guys, because the market cap of Doge is way higher. So to pump it to $1, it's a lot more cash. It's a lot more cash than what Crow needs to go to $1. In February, the staking rewards changed to about it ranged between 7.18 to as high as 7.56. Okay. I think February, that was when the AMA was announced, or the 70 billion burn, right? So it makes sense. People unstake, people restake again. J Smith, welcome. Hi Cam, hi Coin Baron. Did you recently say your next target would be 42 cents? Yeah, true. Like in the short term. I told that in my recent time to buy video. Well, did I? I think I did. No, wait a minute. That was the no, you're right. You're right. So J Smith is talking about the cycle, the full wave cycle theory. The full wave cycle theory. Because guys, if you take a look here, I need to draw it quickly, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4 waves, kinda. And if you take these waves and you, it isn't perfect here. So it's not really perfect here, unfortunately. Is it? Yeah. I think I didn't draw them correctly now. It's not really correct here, unfortunately, guys. I didn't do it perfectly, but it should come out here at about 42 cents. Did I do it wrong here? Yeah. Oh, wait. It's actually right. It's about here. 42 cents. If the cycle continues like it is. But also in general, I think we're due for a new move up. If it corresponds also with the Bitcoin move. Again, if anyone joining in, this is the perfect textbook example of how you trade. You wait for the breakout, you retest the breakout point, and then we go for a new leg up. And then the hardest struggle we'll have is retesting 100k, and then of course the higher target as well. Every 500 CRO you earn from a card or staking rewards, just lock it up for an additional 15% APY. It's that easy. That is compounding, man. That is compounding, guys. Guys, always do compounding. Mr. Godfather, you're Dutch as well. Didn't know that. So Godfather is asking, hey, how high can CRO go? According to the rainbow chart, it will be ranging in between about $1 to $4 within this cycle. Okay, so Justin is saying yes, you can have utilities with credit debit card there. Pete is also paying utilities with the card, but he doesn't get the cash back. Okay, it has to do with the retailer category code. Kind of makes sense. The Gemini crypto credit card works for your utility bills though. You can earn XRP, then trade it on the CDC app or exchange for CRO. XRP has very low fees, unlike Bitcoin. Oh yeah, for trading, definitely. In the past, I used Litecoin as a way to transfer from exchange to exchange. But yeah, I think XRP works fine as well. You know, a surprise rate cut could be considered bearish if it's to help manage bad news in the US economy. True that. But if it's like 1 month early, is it that bad? So how Pete does it, he actually keeps tab of his balance, how many CRO I claim, and also the raw rate at the end of the UK day. It's all on a spreadsheet, so I can track rate changes plus understand what my balance was on a given day. That's actually super nice. Good stuff, man. I like how it's clean. That's really clean. Currently, the level up cards are 1 year lockup now. Baron is in the old card plan. Yeah, true. I used the 180 days. So what I do have to do, guys, if I want to get rid of my card stake, and I probably don't. I think my card stake will be my moon back. I do have the IC White. You can see it in the back. So the IC White card is it's about there. Just there, you know. Really small. It's my moon back. Most likely. Yeah, so Gemini will only give you 1% for your bills. It's okay though, it's better than nothing like you mentioned. I'm still waiting for new cards to arrive, so I will be doing a complete crypto card comparison, so you guys can also check out different retailers or different exchanges. Should I sell my XRP for CRO at this moment in time? I would do that, but it's no financial advice. Think about it this way, Mr. Godfather. Think about it this way. Both CRO and XRP have about 1 billion tokens max supply. CRO is trading at about 8 cents. XRP is trading about $2. So let's say CRO can go to XRP levels, then you have a lot more opportunity in CRO than in XRP. But again, no financial advice. If you're happy with your XRP bag, man, that should be super good as well. Maybe staking 10,000 might be good at 15%. Yeah, true. 15% is always nice. The only thing is the 1 year lockup. Ooh, Peter's talking about a potential Bearish ascending channel for Bitcoin. Interesting, interesting. I didn't see it myself. Might be a good one for next week. Guys, it's 10 past 10. I think Bjorn is going to bat. I think Bjorn is going to bat. Bjorn, thanks for joining in. Thanks for strapping in. I'm just curious, guys. One more question before we go next. Go to end the stream. So what we do see is that currently about 34% says I was active in 2017. 66% is saying no, I wasn't. So very interesting. Many active people, many experienced traders here. So if you guys have any advice for me as well, I think it's good that we share knowledge together. If you want to share knowledge, share thoughts, share opportunities, don't forget to also join the Discord below. It's open for everyone, but also we do have a member exclusive channels for people like Björn and others. So check it out. I think kind of, guys, what I'm looking for is, again, this is the most important thing for next week. This is the most important thing for next week. This bounce. I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin has a bounce, then also we can potentially see a retracement or a renewed strength as well for CRO. But okay, it's kind of what I'm waiting for. This is, by the way, also interesting to see if maybe this is going to change. Nah, it's not the case. Never mind, guys. This is not happening. This is definitely not happening. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Another weekly close. Don't forget to strap in if you want to see more in the future. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. And I will see you tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday with a new video. Till then, have a good one, guys. Enjoy.